Today we are going to review the Malayalam movie Hridayapoorvam, directed by veteran film director Sathyan Anthikad. During my college days, I always listen to this Sollamale song in the background. That's because it used to be a love anthem during those days. For some reason, I never watched that movie or I didn't like that song also. A few years back when I watched Sangeeta's interview, I really liked her as a person and I felt really bad not watching any of her movies. Few days back, I was watching Hridayapoorvam's trailer, and when I came to know Sangeeta has performed in this movie, I said I'm going to watch this movie whether I like the trailer or not. Today, we will discuss how the movie was and whether it's worth watching in the big screen or not. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Mohanlal is a cloud kitchen owner in Kochi. He is a very kind-hearted person and he takes care of everyone around him. His heart is also weak and it needs a transplant. When a colonel meets with an accident in Pune, that heart gets flown to Kochi and Mohanlal gets a new heart transplant. In few days, the colonel's daughter, Malavika Mohanan, comes down to Kochi to request him to come for an engagement function in Pune. Mohanlal was very reluctant to go to Pune, but he decides to go to Pune. At Pune, the engagement function was called off and Mohanlal also suffers a hairline fracture in his spinal column. Because of that, he has to stay in Pune for 2 weeks. In the 2 weeks, Mohanlal transforms into a different kind of person. What kind of transformation he went through, why and how is the rest of the movie. The screenplay of this movie is very simple and linear. But don't get fooled by this simplicity of the screenplay. It establishes Mohanlal as a kind guy and his male nurse Sangeet as a funny guy. Both of them go to Pune to attend an engagement function, and there they get to see Malavika Mohanan, who has lost her father, and she talks about how she misses her father and how much of an impact his loss has made on her life. Then we explore Colonel's wife and how she feels about her husband's loss. Initially, she has a lot of affection for the husband. After the daughter is born, he lost interest in his wife, so he didn't pay much attention to his wife. So that made her cold towards her husband. When Mohanlal acts nice to her, she opens up and she talks about her viewpoint about her husband. And there's also the father-in-law who didn't like this guy, so he did a lot of bad things to him and the guilt was eating him alive. So how that is handled in this movie, that is also explored. Then there are a lot of friends around this colonel. He has worked towards making their life better. How much they miss him, that is also included in the screenplay direction. So by introducing different dimensions about different people and how they miss this colonel, slowly we are painted a picture of colonel. The beauty is we are not shown who this colonel is. We don't have a picture or his voice, but just by the description of the other characters we get to know about this character. In art we call this as negative space. So there will be a lot of things around a particular space and that empty space will start giving some meaning because of the objects around that empty space. In Lunchbox, I've seen a similar thing is explored, but that is very primitive, where there is a housewife and there is a neighboring auntie. They both discuss about daily life and everything. You would see only the voice of the auntie, but you will never see her in person. That was a brilliant move, I thought, until I saw this movie. Here, we don't have this character at all, but we see everything about this character. That's a brilliant thing. Another thing I liked about this screenplay is how deep they dwell into the emotion called grief. There is this wife who has a mixed feeling about her husband, and there is this daughter who misses him very much and she loves him very much. There is this father-in-law who does not like him and he just did a lot of bad things to him and he suffers the guilt. There is also friends who feel that he has helped them to get better in their life and they are willing to do anything for him. So a single person has different kind of reactions from different kind of people around him. That was a brilliant thing. Most of the Malayalam movies I watch has this green background throughout the movie. I always wondered like whether the Kerala is always green or like the cinematographers are really brilliant. After watching this movie, I realized the cinematographers are brilliant because I've lived in Pune a lot and I know a lot of places in Pune where they have shot all the scenes in this movie. Some of the shots were done in Pune, some of them were in the hill stations nearby, some of the shots were in Mumbai. So they have seamlessly integrated all the shots and they've created a green picture throughout this movie. It's a brilliant cinematography, I would say. If you ask me if this movie is worth watching it in the big screen, I would highly recommend this movie. The screenplay, cinematography, sound design, music, performance of all these actors, the comedy in this movie, direction, everything is brilliant. But I would recommend not because of these reasons, but because how they explore this emotion called grief in a much deeper way. Most of the movies explore the emotions on the surface level, but this movie goes like much deeper and explore this emotion in multidimensional view. How different people connected to this colonel experience grief about him. This movie is in par with Iranian movies or Korean movies in quality of the movie.